Wicks Subject Index to Commonwealth Legislation is a staple within the law industry as a key researching tool. It is a companion to the statutes of the Commonwealth, which are a vital part of any law organisation. It is important that the statutes can be accessed effectively, which is what Wicks Subject Index is for. The index is an annual publication, with each publication superseding the one prior. The most current volume available for this evaluation was published in 2012. The evaluation will look at its audience, purpose, content, format, and authority in order to determine the relevance, reliability, and accuracy of the research tool. Wicks Subject Index is a common legal research tool, so it's important to evaluate it in order to see whether or not it is still appropriate for legal research. Burt M. Wicks is the consulting editor for this index. It is noted that he has an undergraduate's degree, Bachelor of Laws. This infers that Burt has a basic knowledge in law, but is not an expert. No further information was provided, and nothing could be found when searching elsewhere. His degree gives some credibility to the resource, but not being able to find any further information reduces his authority. However, there are other editors. Carly Beveridge has a Bachelor of Laws plus a diploma in legal practices and honours, which shows a further knowledge of the law that can back up Wicks. Kylie is also the managing editor for legislation at Thomson Reuters, indicating she has an expert knowledge regarding this legislation. Kylie's contributions make this resource authoritative. The other two editors' qualifications in education do not add to the authority of the resource. Wicks Subject Index Guide appears to be aimed at legal researchers, particularly those who may not be familiar with the law. This is seen through the basic subject heading for easy navigation. It is not aimed at a specialised section of law as it lists all the acts within Australia. This wide audience means that this research tool is relevant to many within the law industry. The purpose of Wicks Subject Index is to allow researchers to find acts and regulations of the Commonwealth Parliament of Australia using subject headings. This purpose is relevant, particularly for those who aren't comfortable with electronic resources. By being able to find acts and regulations, it provides a relevant resource within the law industry. It's an annual publication, so it aims to provide up-to-date information on the acts. However, only the 2012 edition was available to evaluate. This indicates that the information may not be current, and the purpose for providing up-to-date information is not being fulfilled. The content of Wicks Subject Index is understandably its most important part. Acts are listed under subject headings, which are interdisciplinary, so they cover a broad range of topics such as emergencies and employment. More specific subject headings are listed underneath, such as employment pathway plans and equal opportunities. Corresponding acts are listed next to them. The subject headings and acts make up the majority of the content, and the last 32 pages are for regulations. The content comes from the statutes of the Commonwealth, indicating that the information is accurate. The resource advises that it was first published in 1975. As it is an annual publication, it can be assumed that up to 2012, it has published around 35 editions, indicating that it is a standard source within the law industry and is reliable, as many people would be familiar with it and use it. Wicks Subject Index is an important secondary source to the statutes, as it makes the information in the statutes accessible. In order for the content in Wicks to be accurate, the current statutes have to reflect the current index. In this instance, the current index is from 2012, whereas the associated statutes go up to 2014. Researchers would not be able to use this index accurately, as it's missing 2 years of legislation. This makes the current copy of Wicks Subject Index inaccurate. There are brief instructions on what the resource contains and its purpose, but it does not outline how the use of subject headings, which indicates that Wicks is not accessible to everybody. On the other hand, the information within this resource is arranged in simple alphabetical subject headings. The main subject is in bold, and then related subjects are directly underneath. Each page has 2 columns, one for subject headings and the other for acts. The resource is small, lightweight, and a paperback with 197 pages. Its cover is bright blue, with white writing on the cover, matching the latest volumes of the Statutes of the Commonwealth. By being small and visible, it implies that the reader can carry and access the book easily. Its ease and access and simple formatting show why this publication has been running for over 30 years, and is a reliable staple within the legal profession. Overall, the research tool Wicks Subject Index to Commonwealth Legislation is a strong resource within the law industry. Its editors give it authority. The wide audience ensures its relevancy to many within the law, and its main purpose also shows its relevancy. The formatting is clear and makes it easy to access, indicating its reliability. The content also ensures its reliability, but in order to be accurate, the current edition must match that of its counterpart, the Statutes of the Commonwealth. If Wicks Subject Index matches the recent edition of the statutes, then this legal research tool would be a great resource for legal researchers, as it's authoritative, accurate, reliable, and relevant in today's legal industry.